All right, this should be a short one. I just finished the sequel of Darien Empire of Salt, which is Shiang Empire of Salt. It's the Empire of Salt trilogy. I've really, really liked it. If you want to see kind of the context of this, go to my other review. I really, really loved it. I loved it. And it was very different than anything I've really read. If you don't want to go to that review, I'm not going to spoil anything here either, but I'll just say that I also loved this second one. In some different ways, I think a lot of people will like this second book maybe more. It's a little bit more focused, and it feels like something that you would expect. Like the other book was just so kind of, it was a little bit like, here's a cool little thing over here, and then with this POV over here, then, and they were all just so interesting and different, and like as far as a perfect story, like from a lot of great books, it kind of trimmed out a lot of the exposition and stuff that you would kind of expect, and just goes right to these different set pieces and interesting moments, which I loved. Number two had a little bit more, it was a little bit better written in a narrative format, I think, if that even makes sense. It goes deeper into fewer characters. And Shiang, I'll just let you know, Darien, going back to this, it's really focused on this city named Darien, where there was like a siege, and it was about this potential coup for the throne and whatever. And now Shiang is a neighboring eastern city, think of like out in China. And a lot of this is that there are going to be some people coming over to Darien for a certain reason. And it's once again, with how small this book is, you get such a good picture of the few things that we do get along the way. Like in Darien, I will never forget what the Western Gate looks like, because there was this great moment at the Western Gate. I think it was the Western Gate. But this great moment over there, and he painted such a good picture of this one little set piece. There's another kind of pathway up to like an estate that was really special in the first book. In this second book, it's decidedly like Eastern, like Chinese sort of culture, it seems like it's taking from. And wow, like it's bombastic with its action in all the best ways. And what we get with the second book, it's more people on their way. It's a higher threat than I think in the first book in some ways, like the people coming in. It seems like a bigger threat. I liked that. I thought that was better. I do feel like maybe the cast that was focused on from the first book, even though we do have a lot of them from the second book, I think I liked. I was missing some of my favorite characters from the first book, but still, what we got, like the new people were excellent as well. And I don't really want to go into it too far, but if you liked the first book, absolutely go into the second book. It was fantastic, and I would go into the third book if it was here, but it's just not yet. I'm waiting for it in the mail, but when it comes, I'm going to speed through whatever I'm reading so that I can get through to that conclusion, because I've really liked it. Really, really liked it. I'm glad that I found this author, even though he only has this for fantasy. I am going to go into his nonfiction. I know he has like an ancient Egypt something, so I would like that. He has something with, the Persians coming into Athens. I think might even go, Cyrus taking over. So I would really like that as well. I think he has a Julius Caesar something and maybe a Mongols something. I'm going to be really curious about this. Now, the actual prose and stuff, I don't know if I would put him up there with like the beauty of the writing with like Ken Follett or Bernard Cornwell, because their narrative is just so wonderful, and like just it's just like chocolate as you're reading it. I think. I mean, this one, it's not. I'm never thinking about it like it. I kind of think of, Brandon Sanderson. I'm not reading his stuff for his flowery stuff, but sometimes he has fun ideas and things like that, and I love his ideas because he's able to paint these. I feel like when he's going through these books and writing these and getting ideas, he really has a visual medium kind of in mind where he really is doing a great job at painting what would be so cool to see in like a graphic novel or a movie. And almost more than anything, I just get these great visuals on all of his scenes. So whether it's flowery or not, like he's really painting an exceptional picture. And yeah, really, really, really great. So I really liked it. I don't know how I will feel about these in a year, but I loved the first one. I would give it a 5. The second one, I don't know if I liked it necessarily as much because it was, the first one was just such a surprise. But I thought it was a totally worthy sequel, and it would be up there, and I imagine a lot of people will like it just as much, if not more, than the first one. I am so happy with not only finding this trilogy, but finding this author, and I'm just hoping, because I love historical fiction, I'm hoping that it will be just as interesting, which I don't know how it will be, because some of the best stuff is his. Like, he writes fantasy so good. He writes magic so good. I hope that he will go back to some of this, but it will take people reading what he has and, I don't know, making some waves, because he clearly doesn't get as much support with this as he does with his historical fiction. So I think I'm going to pick up one of those next. I think he has a Nero something. It sounds like he has a few things on the go. So I love that I get to have a new author to look forward to, and that his books won't take me 20 hours to get through. It'll be like 5 to 10 hours for each of these. So really, really great, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Especially if you just want a quick fix with some things that's really focused. It's always just moving forward. You get the character motivations, and we're just off to the races. You don't have to spend 100 pages getting to know, someone on their farm before like an inciting incident. You get the inciting incident right away with these books. So I really love it. So talk to you guys later.